Hello, Instagram. Hope you're doing gloriously today. I have some reflections after posting about the cancellation of Stephen Colbert on Facebook. So, um, I have a bucket list. I've completed 3 out of the 4 items on the bucket list. 1, get married. I'm married to a beautiful, wonderful woman. 2, have kids. I have 2 glorious children. 3, publish a book. My memoir, Getting Better, is published by Running Wild Press and available now for purchase. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about item 4, which was to be a guest on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. All right, before you go any further in this video, this is not political. I am not making a political point. Please do not respond with political comments. I love Stephen Colbert. From the Colbert Report to The Late Show, even his work on Strangers with Candy. But here's the thing, is like, after my brain injury, during my senior year of high school, 2007, Stephen Colbert always created a safe distraction, a crevice to kind of hide into and watch the storms of life go by. And when you are dealing with trauma, when you're dealing with such struggle, having that place to just be safe, be entertained, and forget about your problems is a glorious thing. The other thing, as many of you might know, Stephen Colbert lost his dad and 2 of his brothers in a plane crash when he was 10. And hearing him interviewed about that, hearing him speak about that, gave me hope as I dealt with my trauma, with my depression, of a future for me, not only of looking at this with right eyes and being able to say, as I have said I can now say about my accident and injury, what Stephen Colbert told Anderson Cooper about the death of his dad and 2 of his brothers. I am now grateful for that for which I wish did not happen most. Stephen Colbert gave me a hope of recovery, a hope of who I could be after trauma. So it was just the dream of my life to be able to be on his show, to have him read my book and ask me his thoughtful questions about it. So I commented on posts by like Newsweek or the Today Show, New York Times, CNN, local Fox affiliate, local NBC affiliate, about CBS canceling Colbert's show, and just stating this, again, not stating anything political or anything like that. I got the most hateful responses. Clearly, his audience is full of people with brain injuries. Clearly, you haven't recovered. Clearly, your damage is severe. Which that is just hateful and horrible. But what I did with these comments, my first response was to be like, I am a professor. I have 2 master's degrees. But I was like, let me interact with them in love. As I think and hope Stephen would encourage me. And so I said, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I encourage you not to ever talk to anybody with a brain injury like this. Here's some verses about interacting with others and loving others if you call yourself a Christian like I do. And if you are not a Christian, please, I encourage you to read the book of John, because I believe in a better life worth having now, a life of better joy and better peace. Of course, yes, I believe in an afterlife, and I believe in a heaven and a hell. And so I lay this out in love. And, of course, I am told, well, don't quote the Bible at me when you've clearly never been to church. It is our culture right now to see everything as a battle, to read everything as, oh gosh, this person is against me. And I think my biggest reflection, well, first, if anyone knows Stephen Colbert and can get me in touch with him and can get him to talk to me, you will be my forever best friend, and I will love you and support you and encourage you and everything. I will be there for you till the end of time. But more importantly, I think as a brain injury survivor, as a stroke survivor, my ego can flare up a lot when people attack my abilities or attack my intelligence. And I can respond in anger and I can respond in hate. And I am thankful to God that He enabled me to respond in love and grace. And you know what? I'm better for it. I am better for it. And I think shows others a better side of the brain injury and stroke survivor community if I can show them love. So to my brain injury, stroke, and trauma survivors out there, people might say horrible, horrible, horrible things to you. And they're not right for saying it. And they are very much wrong for saying it. But I think if we let those things get to us, we lose. If we let them make us angry, make us furious, we lose. We must respond in love. We must respond in grace. Because then that shows that we are not a slave to our passions, that we are not controlled by our injuries, that our insecurities do not direct our lives. And so what? They think they're better than us? Well, they can think that. They're wrong, but they can think that. But at least we will have interacted with love and can live in joy and peace. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a glorious, glorious, glorious rest of your day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.